Howdy, Possum Patty here with my very long, tall glue book. It's so tall it doesn't really even fit in the camera frame that way. So right now I'm just holding it this way. And it was a very busy day today, a lot of running around. And I thought I'd relax and do a quick page in my glue book. So what can I do that's quick? I looked into my little bucket of goodies here, and a couple of things popped out, and one was this painting on silk that my friend Joanne at Journaling Adventures sent to me, and I will put her link below because she's almost to 100 subbies, and I'd love to see her get over that hump and into the 100s. So she sent this to me, and I have some paintings on different kinds of rice paper here. And these are also kind of big to put under the camera. But I thought maybe I would cut out a couple of the trees, the flowers, and put them around this little hand-painted thing. Should I do it this way? Keep it in camera. So I noticed that if you put it on white, it sort of fades away a little bit. But if you put it on a color, it kind of brings the colors in the painting out. And I think I will trim it to fit on there. You know what? I'm going to take a page out. So I do pink or purple, purple, or pink, pink, or this pink. I kind of like it on the purple. And I made this like a traveler's journal, so maybe I'll just go ahead and take the page out and work on it that way. Because this book is so big, it does not fit under the camera. Okay, so this might be better. Now I'm going to have to trim this a little bit, I think. Put on here. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cut out a couple of these trees to put on the page, and I will do that off camera. So I just ripped out one of the trees off the rice paper. There's a couple different kinds of rice paper, and this is the heavier one, I think. And I wanted to use that as a background, and I believe this was a tree trunk that she started but then abandoned and went on and did a different one. But to me it looked like a path, so I could put my silk painting on here. But I don't like how this is see-through. I don't like seeing the dots. So I'm thinking to glue it down on the pink and then cut this out and then put that down on the path and have the little tree behind it. So the Beth method for gluing down silk. You know what, I'm going to try a little matte medium on this. Well, I got my fingers crossed here that this is going to work. I get a piece of newspaper. Okay, make sure I got the back. Pretty sure that's the front. Okay, this is just a little Liquitex matte medium. And I'm just going to carefully put some on here. I'm going to place it down on the pink. And maybe I will put a little on the top. And then we'll have to let that dry. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. Now, while that's drying, oh, you know what? I won't know the placement of this until I see how big that's going to be. So, we're going to have to wait a few minutes until everything dries. Pretty good. Little matte medium on a little pink cardstock. And now it's more opaque. And let's see, this is going to be the path. And I'm going to put them on the path. And then somehow have the tree behind. Let me put something over here. This is the page here. But I'd like to put a little bit more on this page. So I'm going to go look for a few things. I'll be right back. Constantly change my mind when I do something. Now that I put this silk painting on pink for background, I didn't like it on the pink page, so I went and got a green page. And I like that better, the pink and the green. And the tree trunk that I'm using as a path, I decided needs some brown on it. I don't like it white. So I'm going to quickly put some brown on it. I get it wet first. And just put a little brown on there. Trying to get a little darker here. Okay, here's my little pathway. And I'm going to put my people on the pathway. And then I'm going to arrange these trees somehow over them as they're kind of coming out of the forest. So let me put down the pathway first. I'm going to use matte medium since I have it out already, and usually it works really well on rice paper. So I'm just putting some on this. And I'm going to put that down over here. Put just a little bit on top. I guess that's a lot. Okay, maybe we should wipe that off, huh? Okay, now I'm going to stick this down on there. Okay, now I'm going to, I like this branch right here, just a little bit dripping down. And I want to kind of frame that in there. Even if I have to go over, I'll take that off after. But I wanted to add a little bit more. I'm going to have to rip this tree, I think. Put a branch up there. Now my friend Kay did these paintings, and her real name is Gum Ran, Chinese name, North Korean. And it was funny, when I was teaching school, the Chinese students always took American names like Anne and Mary, and the Japanese students did not. So, Anne and Mary, if you're watching, howdy. And Ikuyo Imayama and Kentaro Nishimoto, if you're watching, howdy to you too. Where should I put this? Could put one over here. A little bit coming over here. Okay, let me get this big one on first, and then I'll know where to put the little ones. So just using my matte medium. Like that. I'll trim that off after. And let's see. Remember, the page ends here. So I got to visualize just this space right here. Okay, I think I'll put a little piece down here to sort of integrate this little silk painting here into the picture. Okay, a little more matte medium on there. Okay, let's see. See, that kind of goes like that. Kind of liking it, kind of liking it. I don't want to overdo it, really. Maybe just a little bit up there. Okay, now this is a true story. And this is about Ikuyu. And she was my student probably 30 years ago. And she was learning to speak English, so she went to the English as a second language teacher. And one of the first things that she learned in her English as a second language class was no thank you. So she came back to my class, and I was handing out homework, and I handed her homework. I said, here's your homework. And you know what she said to me? No thank you. But she was so cute, I just had to laugh. Yep, I like that up there. Okay, where'd my scissors go? They are underneath the matte medium. Wow, I make a mess, don't I? Trim that off. Wipe that up. And I'm gonna call this one ready to let it dry, because I soaked it in matte medium. Beautiful pine tree. And my little characters coming out of the pine forest. The only way I can hold it to fit under this camera is like sideways. Well, there's the whole thing. So, thanks for coming along today. Have fun in your glue book. Bye-bye now.